Welcome to Rugby AM here on May Television. It's been an absolutely outstanding week, Jonesy.
Outstanding week, outstanding year. Bagged up, mate. Done all three. I wasn't quite as involved as I'd like to have been on the pitch, but certainly I've learnt so much this year, and the boys have kept me a part of it, and it's been really special. I've learned a heck of a lot. It's been fantastic.
What have you learned? Tell me a couple of things that you've learned this year.
Just how special the boys are. I mean, Brian McDermott, he stands up quite often in front of the boys and says, "A special group of men. You seem to be able to pull it out of the bag, and you have this integrity, the ability to hold your nerve when things get really tough." And I've always believed that, obviously, being part of the group, but actually watching it from the other side of the fence this year, just being so special. And like I say, the fact that I haven't been on the pitch, obviously disappointed, but the way that the boys have kept me included and taken me along for the ride. I once read a story about Eskimos.
Go on then.
Well, they used to, obviously it's really tough as an Eskimo, they used to have to go out hunt for the food, and they live in a really tough environment, and once the Eskimos got too old and they couldn't contribute to the society anymore, they used to put them on an iceberg and just push them out to sea and just let them go, which is quite harsh, but that's culture, that's how they used to do it. And
when they were alive?
Yeah, and sometimes, and that's pretty
wow.
tough. But sometimes in sport, metaphorically speaking, it can be very similar, obviously, when you can't contribute to the group anymore. But that's been a complete opposite. You know, Kev's looked after me, as he has done since I was 12 years old, and it's just been great. And God willing, I'll be able to pay them that back. I'm on my bike today. I've been cycling. My legs are feeling great, and hopefully by the time the World Club Challenge comes round,
you'll be ready.
I should be thereabouts.
Well, it's interesting because next year you're going to have a bit of a different role, because obviously you're losing three key figures in Kylie, JP and Kev, means you're going to be the oldest player at Leeds Rhinos next year. Yeah. Could you ever imagine that as a 16-year-old kid walking through the door, signing your first professional contract? Did you ever think you'd be the oldest person in the team?
Do you know what? We're just sat in this house down now, aren't we? We're looking back over the Carnegie stand there, and I've just been having a bit of a nostalgic reminisce of when I was a young kid. This is where I used to sit as a supporter.
No way.
And I used to play for Stanley on the weekend. I used to come here after my game and come and watch Gary Schofield and Graham Allroyd and all those guys, Harvey Howard, and I used to love it. And it's such a privilege just to be able to play for Leeds, never mind still be playing at 13 middles and be one of the oldest players in the team. But do you know what? A lot of has been made of Kev, JP and Kylie going, and we will miss them. But what's important is that we not just galvanise, but we preserve the culture that they've created and the mould that they've forged, and take that into the future, because whilst ever we've got that culture at this club, there's a good chance we'll win more trophies. Well,
I think it's been a fantastic year, not just for Leeds but for Rugby AM. I think we've come on a long way, leap and bounds. Found Ben Carney, who's been a revelation for us, has been brilliant, and that's that kind of faith that we've created amongst the Rugby League, RFL, and obviously the clubs and the fans and the players has been kind of repaid this weekend, because we did the Victoria Warehouse while you were chilling with the boys. It's always very difficult to go to an event without you, because we are a bit of a double act, and this weekend we had 3 events and none of them were together. And I thought that the testimony to the development of Rugby AM is the fact that we nailed all 3 events and we weren't together, Jonesy.
Yeah, it's incongruent is the word, isn't it, when we're apart, but we managed to crack on. A lot of people showing a lot of faith in us, and certainly now that the season's off and we've got a bit of time to speak, Rugby AM will grow during your season, a bit like the muscles will hopefully for the kick-off next year, and it'll be a better show, a better organisation next year, won't it?
Definitely. Well, this is the Victoria Warehouse pre-match. It was about 90% Leeds fans. I don't know where Wigan fans were, but it was 90% Leeds fans, so it was a great day. Good banner, Josh Warrington, Keith Senior, Yestin Harris, Dan Sargent, Ryan Sutton, Ryan Hampshire, and a load of you people. 4,000 turned up through the door. Wow. Real good atmosphere. Check this out.
We'll do this interview first. I'm here with a load of Wigan fans, all in the fancy dress. These boys go to every game dressed like this. Don't know why, but they're absolutely crazy. We'll ask you a little bit about the game today. What do you reckon the score's going to be?
For me, I think it's going to... I've got to say Wigan, obviously. I think we're going to do it by 4 points. I think it's going to be a close game.
2014.
Too close to call.
2014 Wigan.
2014 to you. Where do you think the key battles are going to be in the game?
I think honestly it's going to be Johnny Bateman versus Joel Moon. I think if we're going to let Joel Moon do whatever he wants, the only player that's going to stop him on the Wigan field is Johnny Bateman. It's the only way. He's been our best player all season. He's going to do it for us tonight.
Do you agree with him? He's been his best player all year?
Oh, definitely by a mile. Best player we've got. Great signing. Hope he stays for a long time.
Mickey Mack.
I've got to say, I'm going to throw up that contest today. Mickey Mack, it gets in people's heads. Do you think he's going to be a big factor today?
Oh, it's going to be a massive factor. When he's on the pitch, it lifts the whole team. I mean, he's a big, aggressive man, and he can tackle anything that moves. And I think he just lifts the team as a whole and pushes the pack forward together. And if he can do that for 80 minutes, then I think Leeds have got a tough day on their hands, unfortunately, Keith.
You can see it's nice early in the afternoon. These boys have not been drinking very much and they're very timid. I expected a little bit more liveliness there, so give us a team song before we go.
We are the boys, still on the top, the kings of rugby, and we're never going to stop. We are Wigan, our team, and we will follow you wherever you may be.
I love you, Mum. You're not seeing triple vision here. We have actually got 3 triplets. Big fans today of the Reginers. What do you reckon is going to be the key battles today, and what do you think the score's going to be?
I think 24-18 Rhinos. I think Cuthbert's going to have an awesome game. Zach Hardacre. Go and work on his defence. His defence is going to be. His defence is key today. Yeah, defence. And his backs have got to be on form, you know. And his forwards. I think it's just going to be a battle. Just all of it.
Obviously, triplets. Who's the big one though? Who's the oldest?
This one. Mate. Like a minute. Like 1 minute.
Are you the sensible one?
No, I'm tallest though, so it's alright. I'm tallest. I've got to have some up.
Oh dear me, just Leeds fans, have you got to give us a little bit of a song?
Leeds away! Leeds away! Leeds away! Leeds away! Leeds away!
It's been a difficult task just trying to find some Wigan fans in here, but I found a second bunch of Wigan fans. What score do you reckon it's going to be today? Obviously you're going for Wigan.
44-0 to the Warriors.
44-0. How many of them have you had?
2.
2, and you still think it's going to be 44-0?
Yeah, confident.
You must have started a little bit early, but where do you think the key battles are going to be today?
Full back, half back and hookers.
Full back, half back hookers. Who's been your player of the year so far?
Flower.
Eamon.
Benny Flower.
Benny Flower? He didn't play half a year.
He's going to smash you, man.
Who's been your player of the year?
It's had them all, a lot of them.
We're not going back to 50 years, you know, when you were born, lad. Can you even remember what's been going on this year?
Oh, it was only time when they were playing. They were crap.
Who do you think's going to get man of the match today?
Matty Smith.
Matty Smith.
Williams.
George Williams, you think the young kid's going to get it? How do you think that they've gone? Because they've gone with Manfredi on the wing instead of going with the experienced Chandler.
Better.
You think that's a better idea?
Better, Charlie. 100%. 100%.
Can we finish off with a Wigan song now? We can play with the same cohesion of how they have today, because these boys, they've not got a clue what they're both singing. These are singing one song, they're singing something different, so let's hope that the Wigan team play like that today. We've found 2 friends, Leeds and Wigan fans, have actually travelled over in the same car. It's going to be an interesting drive home, isn't it? So obviously you're going for Leeds, what score?
24-16.
32-18 to Wigan.
So you've both got some reasonably high scores. Who do you think's been the standout performer for Leeds this year?
Toss up between Kevin Sinfield and Adam Cuthbertson.
Wigan, obviously, Leeds have never won a major battle against the Rhinos. Where do you think the key battle's going to be today?
I think it's going to be the halfbacks, and I reckon George Williams is going to come of age.
So, do you agree with Sean Wayne putting in the young kid Manfredi instead of the experienced Chandler?
I do, but I'd have played Bateman in the second row and dropped Joe Tompkins and played Manfredi and Chandler.
Getting some interesting facts here. As you can see, spectators, everybody's a coach, all entitled to his own opinion. He's definitely been on the sherbet for a while because he's not got a clue what's going on.